So it's like people will invest in gemstones. Okay. Welcome back on the CryptoInvestar Podcast. Oh my goodness. Previously, I had a podcast and I was discussing about the launch of QunatumXchange and how all Troptions assets will be available for trading in a very short period of time at QunatumXchange. I also told you that I registered on QunatumXchange and verified my documents to be able to trade. But then something happened. There is a company called Leinhardt Holdings. I think it's mentioned as Lika because it's Luxor. Lika, it should be Lika, not Lukwa. Lika Holdings. Yes, Lika Holding. Troptions is working with Lika Holdings to bring on precious metals for tokenization. Ladies and gentlemen, it is happening. If you thought, by the way, let me tell you this blankly, and it's the honest truth. When I was first introduced to Troptions about 3 months ago, I thought, it's just any other token. Okay, it's a company that has been existing for over 23 years. Okay, okay. It's just like any other token. But as time has passed on, me reading, me listening, me researching, me receiving information from Troptions, ladies and gentlemen, Troptions is not just any other company, and what they are building are real infrastructures. Ladies and gentlemen, if you've been holding Troptions gold and not knowing that you are actually holding real gold, real asset, real utility token, not just a token, but a real asset, ladies and gentlemen, something amazing and something important is happening just right about now. Troptions is working with QunatumXchange right now because they already announced a partnership and they are offering top real world assets for tokenization. And guess who is here? Lika Holdings. By the way, I want to make this request. If any person from Lika Holdings is listening to this amazing episode, please be available to have an episode with me and we explain most of these things to other people in the Troptions ecosystems, because I believe there are a lot of things that they need to learn. Personally, I've been trying to read and this and that, but I also have my own questions that I want to ask. The interaction between these gemstones, these assets and blockchain, how a person actually owns this virtual owning of these assets. I really want to have experts on here from Lika Holdings explain to me why they chose Troptions, why they're here, how a person, which gemstones should people invest in, which one exactly. And there are those deep conversations that as an investor, you actually need to understand those details in person, like in a common layman understanding. I'm not talking about those too much English definitions, but I'm talking about common English grounds where you explain a person in a normal way that they can actually understand. So Lika Holding is coming in with assets for tokenization. And if you've already registered on QunatumXchange, that is good for you. If you've not yet already registered on QunatumXchange, please register, because I registered an account and had it verified, which means I'm simply waiting on for launching of Troptions assets and these tokenized assets on the exchange, and I start trading. Ladies and gentlemen, don't wait. By the way, I think, well, it's happening. So Liquor Holdings is managing assets worth over $200 billion. When I read this asset, I was like, article, I was actually reading an article, I was like, what? $200 billion in assets? I was like, okay, Liquor Holding is really something. Liquor Holding is really something in. So Liquor Holding managing assets worth $200 billion. It is something really amazing, and I think Liquor Holding really got it. If Troptions has been able to make a partnership with this company, I think, ladies and gentlemen, we have so many expensive assets. And I think we are going, ladies and gentlemen, QunatumXchange is going to have high top assets for tokenization. High top quality assets for tokenization. And I'm so eager to see it happen. I'm so waiting to see it happening, maybe in the next few weeks or month or whatsoever, or days. I'm not sure about it. But as I was actually trying to understand this in depth, I happened to read something that I had a small idea about. Liquor Holdings is actually managing around 1,000 to 1,500,000 carats. What are carats? I read it and I was like, carats? What is a carat? And I really had to Google search it. But I found out that carats are actually units of gemstones. A carat is a unit of a gemstone. Gemstones are expensive, unique metals, highly variable, just the way you see diamonds, just the way you see gold. Gemstones are also expensive stones of value. They have a worth, and they are found at about 2 miles to 25 miles beyond the Earth's surface, deep down there. Just the way they get gold or diamond from down underneath, that's the same way they get gemstones. But I think gemstones are a little bit limited. They are not everywhere. I've not really had something called gemstones in my country. We have gold. No, we don't. We don't have diamond here. No. We have limestones. Yes, we have limestones, not gemstones. Gemstones, I think gemstones are also used in jewelry. I've not seen any jewelry having gemstones. No. Maybe I've seen, but I've not really noticed it. Maybe I've seen, but I didn't know that is a gemstone. But gemstones is like gold, is like diamond. It is also an expensive metal. And it can be used for jewelry, just the way you see gold, just the way that you see diamonds. And it can also be an investment asset, just the way you see gold, because it is limited, it is variable, it is not everywhere. So it is an investment asset. It can also be used for culture prestige, culture, what do they call it? Cultural heritage. Yes, can also be used for that, and it is limited in nature. So, Liquor wants to have these gemstones available for tokenization. And what is bringing that tokenization is actually Troptions, because Troptions is the one that actually has a blockchain that will do the tokenization. Are we together? Let me know if we are together on this. Liquor Holdings is an asset management company. It has from 1,000 to 1,500,000 carats. Okay? Carats are units of gemstones. Just the way you will see portions or units of gold or units of diamonds. Okay? Now, Liquor wants to have these gemstones tokenized so that they are available for the world to invest in them, and it grows in value because the more people that will buy shares of those gemstones, the more value will escalate. How do they say that word in English? Escalate? Okay. Will increase. Definitely. You understand me now? So they want to have those gemstones onto the blockchain. Onto the blockchain for tokenization. It is Troptions that has that blockchain for tokenization, and it is QunatumXchange that the tokenization, that the tokenized assets will be available for the people across the world to have a share, to take part. Yeah, but I think Liquor Holding should give me some carrots, some gemstones. Yes, because it starts with me, then to the world. Definitely. I think you understand me now. Yes, it starts with me. If I get to know how gemstones work, how the value grows with gemstones, then the world will know. Now, how will they know if I don't own gemstones? It means I have to personally have the gemstones, invest in them, monitor the value, then tell the world how everything works. Yes, so Liquor Holdings, think about that. That kind of a thing. Okay, so Troptions will do the tokenization. Now, when these gemstones, since they are storage of value, they are valuable assets, they have a worth, they might say we are bringing in $10 million worth of gemstones. Okay, no, gemstones, we are going to tokenize gemstones worth $10 million, and it will be put into the liquidity, which means that you can actually, correct me if I'm wrong, you can actually exchange your Troptions Unity into gemstones. You can buy gemstone shares with your Troptions Unity. You can buy gemstone shares with Troptions Gold, with the Troptions Pay, with X Troptions, with Troptions House, right? Because these gemstones are variable and they will be put in terms of tokens. They will be tokenization becomes tokens. Tokenization becomes tokens. Okay. Blue gemstones, red gemstones, whatsoever they are, they will be put into tokens. So you buy tokens of these gemstones. I want those tokens to be able to explain to people very well things that I hold, things that I understand. Yes. So those gemstones will actually also provide liquidity because it's also value. You can exchange your Troptions Unity into these. So these grow in value, or Troptions Unity grows in value. You can interchange each of them, but then you are holding shares of those gemstones. So if you exchange your Troptions Unity to these, you are now holding shares of these gemstones. If you exchange your shares from gemstones to Troptions Unity, you are now holding shares of Troptions Unity worth. I'm fighting to explain this, but this is it. This is how I understand it. By the way, my explanations are not entirely official. My explanations are my personal understanding as Daniel Leinhardt. you can understand it differently. If you understand it differently and you think you can actually educate me more, yes, come on to this podcast and let's together educate the world. Okay? So, according to Ryan Carter, the Chief Operations Officer at Troptions, he thinks that actually this is the best way and the only way for real-world assets to meet crypto. This is how they can be cryptolized, tokenized, to be accessible for everybody in the world. But by the way, I think, tokenization is the only way this kind, because if it's not tokenization, how would I be able to buy shares in GameStones? If not tokenization, how would I be able to buy shares in gold? If not tokenization, how would I be able to buy shares in a hotel in Indonesia, or in a hotel in Vietnam, or in a hotel in the US, or own a condominium apartment in Indonesia or in the US? How? There's no way. Now it means that these assets are brought closer to millions of people in the world. Of course, to people who have the money. Of course, to people who know how to use the internet and blockchain, of course, technology. A person who cannot sign up on QunatumXchange, a person who cannot use their Visa cards to buy Troptions or to buy these GameStones, or, they cannot be able to operate. They will not be able to operate here. But I'm so happy. You know why I'm so happy? It's that the company that I started working with, and I just thought it's just any other at first, it is now getting into billion-dollar businesses. And if they get into, I'm also getting into that same ecosystem, which is really amazing. If you are there and you've been holding Troptions, I know there are people who have been holding Troptions Gold, Troptions from way back, and they thought to a certain level that maybe their Troptions Gold have no utility, have no usability, because they never had people around them that actually also believed in Troptions Gold, that maybe they exchanged something to in for that. Maybe they lost interest. Something is here now. Something is here that will be financially free to join. So if I own these GameStones, shares of GameStones, okay, so it's about value to grow, and you reach a certain extent and you're like, okay, I think I can now share my shares of these GameStones back to Troptions Gold, because I need Troptions Gold for this and this. Okay, since I have shares in GameStones, but then I want to buy something at givebacks, I can now sell this amount and get back my Troptions Unity or my Troptions Pay tokens, and then be able to purchase this and that and that and that. Okay, I want to buy land, but then I have shares in GameStone, but then these shares cannot directly buy into this, but then I need Troptions Unity to buy this and that into this asset. That is how it's going to happen. All in one place, QunatumXchange. Ladies and gentlemen, okay, I'm excited and happy, to be honest. So Troptions Incorporation is going to provide the blockchain tokenization infrastructure for these precious stones that are being managed by Rika Holding. There's something that I also read that really got my attention. I'm a musician. Yeah. I'm an upcoming artist. In 2023, I recorded my own song. It's called Navimala in my local language. My own song. I paid $30 in my friend's little studio and recorded this song. The production is not really amazing, but then it's my first song. I wrote it. It says, Omutima gwange nakonona. No. Omutima gwange wakonona. Ninga taliddamu nze nakwagala. Wagumenya nkanana. I'm forgetting my own song. Okay, let me start it again. Omutima gwange wakonona. Ninga taliddamu nze nakwagala. Wagukumanga mafumo. Neguluma neguyika omusaayi ng'era nkwagala ng'ate kufiirako era sirinayo gwe ŋŋamba nti gwe nasinga okwagala ate nabimala era sikyayagala ye nakoma omutima gwange tegukyayinza kwagala. So that's how my song goes. It's a very beautiful and amazing song. So I'm a musician, I'm an artist. Yes, I need money. I need money to produce more songs, more amazing songs. And I think I can be a great writer, by the way. It's not that I've not really gone deep into it, but I feel it. I can write. I can write amazing songs. So there is a technology called sync technology, developed by Troptions. Sync technology is an audio technology on a blockchain. So together with the Liquor Holdings, they want to together become an audio management company, enterprise, maybe. They want to have a section where they can manage audio. I think audio will have to do with music. Can you guys manage audio podcasts like this one? You monetize it, you distribute it, then I make money from that revenue distribution from my podcast. I think by the time you introduce this, I will have like 500 episodes. So I want you to buy shares, buy, how do they call it? Buy rights. Yes, buy rights of my podcast, then distribute it, then monetize it, then I make money. So together they want to build, I think that something like that, something that can monetize music digitally on a blockchain and see how to distribute it and monetize it. And then the owners of those songs, the music, maybe also the podcast, I'm not sure about that. They should come in to elaborate more on that, be able to make money. The company makes money, and then the musicians make money, which is really going to be super amazing. As an artist, as a musician, I would really want to see how that works. So I think one of their first programs is going to be a malaria attenuation project. I think in Nigeria, I think they want to give that project to an artist, songs about the malaria attenuation project, maybe something like that. And I think it's really going to be amazing. But also give me the money, yes! Don't let me out. Don't leave me out. Give me the money. I'm a musician. I can sing. You've heard my voice. You've heard my song. Yes, give me the project. Let me spearhead it. Yes, I can sing. I can sing songs in English about Liquor Holdings, about Troptions, about the malaria attenuation project. Yes, don't take the opportunity away from me. I have the voice. I have the skill. I have the talent. I have the abilities. We can do this. I want to thank Liquor Holdings for getting in touch with the Troptions and do something amazing like this. With a lot of experience from asset management, because it is an asset management firm that oversees various asset portfolios, it is really amazing to have these people with the Troptions. As a person working together with the Troptions, I think this is really one of those amazing strategies, amazing partnerships. So together, Troptions, QunatumXchange, Liquor Holdings, these people are going to build something super amazing. Isn't it, guys? What do you think? What do you think this is going to take Troptions and QunatumXchange to? Having gemstones in and other assets from Liquor Holdings, providing amazing liquidity for Troptions ecosystem tokens and other tokens, providing liquidity from both ends, from gemstone ends, from crypto ends, all bringing in these amazing tokenized assets together. What are your thoughts? I'm super excited to see this happen. Let me know which crypto asset among these Troptions assets are you holding? Personally, I'm now holding Troptions Unity, but I need others. Yes, I need Troptions Gold. I need Troptions House. I need these gemstones. I need all of them. Yes, because I believe this is our time. This is our platform. This is our opportunity. This is our very own family that we need to hold off, that we need to promote, that we need to actually be a part of. Daniel Leinhardt is my name. By the way, before I end this episode, I want to let you know that immediately we finish to launch on QunatumXchange, if Troptions launch on QunatumXchange and it's a success, it is definitely trading. You can exchange this to that, this to that, this to that. I want to start having guests on my beautiful podcast. I'm going to hit 100 episodes 100 episodes very soon. By the end of this February, I think I will have 100 episodes. That is a very big milestone. Guys, I've been podcasting for the last 2 years non-stop. I thank myself for being this consistent. How would I have achieved this milestone? But if I tell you the struggles and suffering I've passed through to be consistent, to reach this, you'll not believe me. You will not believe me. But I'll be having different experts. Now we have Liquor Holding with us. I wish to have them on the show. We have QunatumXchange. I need to have the developers and the experts on the show. We have Troptions. I need to have experts from Troptions Incorporation on the show. We have a bank, Bat Bank from Indonesia. I need to have those banking experts on the show. Oh my God, I love banking people. I think we have a lot of wise men from the banking institution. If they start talking, you will get lost. I will get lost. We have a lot to learn from them. The economics, there are a lot of those economy terms that they will use and you get lost. I need to have them on this show, ladies and gentlemen. I have a lot that I want to share that I feel I can do. Guys, let's pray for a massive launch, for an amazing launch, and for life, and for money. Thank you. See you in